A. The raid now button. Oh my god. Oh my god. Zen just raided the channel. Guys, we are on my alt channel. Oh my god. She just raided the main channel. I'm gonna pin it. Hold on. Oh, I can't re-raid myself because the main channel was offline long enough. Hold on. We are on the alt channel. Twitch.tv slash not GEEGA. See me spamming it in the other channel. Can't offline raid anymore. Nope. I don't know the current settings. Okay. Yeah, for whatever reason, my raid settings make it so that I can't raid myself right now. I think... Oh, you know what? Maybe my settings on here make it so that people can't raid me when they are offline. Let me see. Let me actually check that while we're here. Anyway, let me change this chat so that we have the right chat on. Okay, we do. Okay. There we go. Welcome to the alt channel. When we are here, we do things. We do lots of stuff. A lot of GTA, but also side shit. So... I swapped over here. I literally, like, right before Zen raided, I swapped to this because I keep having an issue where my stream is, like, dropping occasionally. But I didn't want to stop streaming necessarily. You know, like, I wanted to continue because it's just, like... It's Twitch. This happened to me last stream, too. For some reason, the Twitch servers, you know, after they downsized on servers, like, they only have, like, a couple here now. They downsized a lot on how many Injust servers they have. And so it keeps, like, every now and then, since last stream and now this one, we're getting, like, the occasional stream drop. And it just drops for a couple seconds and then comes right back. But every time it does it, it dumps out a fuck ton of people. They have to, like, refresh and whatever. So we just go here. Because, you know, it really doesn't matter if it happens here. So here we are. Anyway, let me check my settings really quick. Let me see if I can find, like, my raid settings and see why I can't raid myself. Let me see. Oh, it's because I have a minimum number of viewers, I think, maybe. Let me see. No, it says raids must have at least one person in them. No? Then why? I used to be able to offline raid, and I think they changed it. Is it because... It says my raid settings don't allow my channel to raid at this time. Is it because if I'm not live, then it doesn't count as having viewers? Is that why? I feel like it wasn't like that before. I used to tell people to go to my chat as, like, a waiting room for other, like, VShojo members, right? When they'd be doing an event. And then like, when their their event would start, then I would just, like, take whoever decided to go to my chat as the waiting room and just dump them in there. Right. But I guess I can't now. I don't know when they changed that. Oh, well, good enough. I spammed in the chat, so welcome. Welcome, welcome. Anyway, we're playing baby steps. We're playing baby steps, as you can see. I fell at one point and dropped my hat, I think. So I don't have my cool hat, and now I'm trying to figure out how the fuck to get up here, and I refuse to take the stairs. I will not take the stairs. Don't want to do it. We have to go up the cool way. It's a matter of principle. Oh, fuck. Okay, please, my hat. Please, my hat be down here, please. Ugh, please, my hat.
And fuck it.
Please, my hat. It would be this way, right? It's bright yellow, so we would we would see it. I think we were farther this way when the hat fell, right? Oh, I can't see with this brush. I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh my god, it's back there. Isn't that it? Isn't that it? See at the top of the screen? Is that it?
Shit!
Or is that just a random yellow flower? What is that? My hat got flung all the way over here. Holy. Yes! Yes! Hat time, hat time. Okay, okay. Alright. I'm not taking the stairs. We're going challenge fucko mode, okay? It's time. No stairs, only rocks. They call this trail the Manbreaker. But you can't break Nate. You just can't. You just can't.
Up we go.
Also, if you're from Zen stream, sorry, I will not turn off the cocks. They will be on the screen. They will be on the screen. Do you know if the alt is on different interests or you're on auto for both? I'm on auto for both now. I'm pretty sure. I double checked it last time. Let me make sure if that setting's saved for this one. Zen chatters cannot handle the wieners. I don't understand how Zen is like, oh no, balls. But then Zen be looking like that, you know what I mean? Zen be looking like that. Okay, where is my stream? Stream output? General. Oh no, it's here, it's here. Lucky, get down. I see you, I see you, I see you. I see you. Nice try. He thought he could sneak on here. Yeah, we're still on auto. We're still on auto for the server. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, I don't think it's about which server we're using. They had like 1 billion servers and they cut down to 3. So I think they're just having trouble with the overall load on those servers a little bit. It's my best guess right now, honestly. We won't be able to know what the real problem is because they won't give us their data, which they shouldn't. they really should not. Oh well. Well, sometimes, you know, I'll be going on a break, so if this is still persisting, you know, I'll like sleep through it for a little bit. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Nice. Oof, I gotta rest my hand a little bit for a sec. Ooh. Last time it started happening around 7 p.m. too, so the timing's very consistent. You know what I think? Too? I think this is around the time that a lot of streamers go live, because this is like peak Twitch hours. This is when the most people are on the server, so it's the most channels go live around 7 p.m. The most viewers come on around that time because it's 7 p.m. Eastern, right? People finish eating food or whatever and they're now online. And also PST, a lot of people are starting to get home. So it's like prime time NA. So it's a mix of, you know, all the streamers going live, all of the viewers showing up, everything. Like, oh wow. Oh, goodbye. I definitely stream in a pocket of more dead hours in comparison. So I feel like this being the time that a lot of people are connecting might be like the perfect timing for the service to start, you know, struggling a bit, having a connection. Because the same last time we did like 3-4 hours of stream totally fine, and then it started happening. So you know what that means. The only answer is to stream at 5 a.m. That the servers can't hurt me. It's the only way.
Oh no!
I am now going to stream only for the Australians. Clearly, it's the answer. Wear hat all the way up top. Up there where I fell. Oof. Alright, 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 alright. Uroids rejoice? What do you mean uroids rejoice? Isn't that exactly when you don't want that?
Okay. Oh shit! Oh! Not again.
Could you imagine me in JP hours? I mean, my old schedule, when I was still working full-time, was go to work, you know, approximate 9 to 5, usually longer than that, but approximately 9 to 5. Fuck. And then, after work, come home, eat food, finish eating food, do some household chores, tasks, whatever I need to do, and then on the days I was streaming, start stream. So I would start streaming at 8 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. And I would stream until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Maybe later. So I used to be on that JP stream schedule, unironically. Like early JP. That was just how it was for a long time for me because that was the only time I could stream. And then the crazy thing was, after stream, I usually had work calls that I had to do. Because I had people that I had to do work calls with that lived across the world, you know? So I had to be up at that time. So I would end stream and I would get on these work calls. So even days I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't get to sleep early. I'd be up. I'd be up. I just filled out with more work hours.
Oh!
Okay, okay, Nate, why can't we do this time, huh? It's a freaking problem. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh! Nate, you're struggling!
Oh, again.
Only GP person you can reasonably watch is Henya? Is it because she speaks English? My Oshis are all Japanese, so I just suffer. Fuck. I just suffer. Yeah, I vibe watch. It's true. And you streams in EST times? Nah, everyone's going to sleep when she's streaming. I mean, she starts and they're still awake, but... You know, while she's streaming, EST people are gonna go to bed. The ones who have, like, normal jobs, at least. If they're younger, they're, like, in college, or they have a... no job, or whatever, then yeah, but... a lot of the functioning adults are just gonna... go to bed. She's at a good time to hit both both a JP and English speaking chat though, I feel. I don't know if she really could stream at any other time and get that. Unless the English speaking people were like all Australians. You know. I don't know if I could do that. I want to be able to understand the streamer. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really speak much Japanese, but I recognize some words that people use frequently on stream. And then I understand some things about syntax, so if I don't know vocabulary, I can tell what the subject of the sentence is. Oh, that one's a verb. You know? They're saying something is spicier than something else, so I can hear, like, the comparison or whatever, right? And then, that plus what's going on the stream, like what's on screen right now. Depending on the streamer, if they tend to be more, like, stream of consciousness, right? And they're just kind of, like, narrating what's going on, rather than like a conversation on the side streamer, like me, then you get... It's actually not that bad to watch if you don't even know the language, in all honesty. There are a lot of translation plugins too, and once those became available, I was like, thank fucking God, because I just want to watch them. I just want to watch them. And it would depend... I don't know why we can't do that right now. It would depend on what they were playing, for sure. You watch Nagi to get a skin in Valorant. It's a vibe connection because you do the same shit. Uh-huh. You can often learn what a lot of words are because you see what's happening on the screen and they say the same thing every time. And you can tell, like, they're warning their teammates of that thing. And you're like, okay, now I know the word for flash. Now I know the word for smoke grenade, you know, like stuff like that. Like, I learned how to say right and left, not because I looked them up, but because I watched a streamer play a bunch of Apex, and they kept calling out 3 people right, 3 people left. And I was just like, oh, that must mean right, that must mean left, right? Yeah, RPR Apex calls. Well, it wasn't RPR, but yeah, like, it was the same shit, right? Oof, there we go. So I was able to just go, oh, this one's right and this one's left. And then I later looked it up to make sure I wasn't, like, wrong. And then, you know, I feel like that stuck with me better, yeah, immersion learning, than if I had read it beforehand. So I don't really know a lot of the language at all, but there are certain things that I know, and it's enough to, like, get what's going on when they're playing a game, usually. So, you know, it makes streams watchable for me. It helps a lot, too, because from watching JP streamers for a long time, then when I watch, like, yeah, like Nova, you know. Oh, there's my hat. I can understand what's going on. And they don't have to swap to English just because I'm there or something, you know, like I can still, like, say just a couple funny, like, cooked words in the chat and, you know, it's enough to connect. Honestly, I really loved, like, the impromptu Nova collab when I dropped in while they were playing Tetris. I need to set up my my Joy-Cons though to work with because you can have your Joy-Cons work with Steam input. I need to set those up because I always played mostly Tetris 99 or Puyo Puyo Tetris on my Switch. And then when I had to pick up, I can't do keyboard, like I just cannot do it. When I had to pick up my Xbox controller to play against them, it took me a lot of adjusting. So I'm like, man, I gotta I set my shit up. I kind of want to play with them again. I should ask them. I'm not good at Puyo Puyo at all, but I'm good at Tetris. Good enough. Used to be better because I played more, but it's definitely a muscle memory thing. If you don't play a lot, you are cooked. You are cooked. You slow down so much without constant practice. Woo, okay, we're back here. We're almost to the platform. Woof. Woo! Okay, okay, okay. There we go, there we go.
Fuck.
Nice, nice. Oh. I liked his ultra-realistic gasp. Dude, speaking of JP, Henya and I are gonna collab Thursday. Thursday, I saw, she's playing Little Nightmares right now. I saw Little Nightmares 3 was coming out. And I asked her if she wanted to play it with me, and she said yeah. And then I saw that she started Little Nightmares. So I guess she hasn't played the earlier two. But I think her chat has been liking watching her play it, so that's been good. But yeah, we gonna play with Henya. Her latest outfit, yeah. I like it. I can tell exactly like the theme, the vibe. Like she didn't even have to say Rosen Maiden was the theme, kind of, or the inspo, because I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's that's Rosen Maiden inspired, you know? It was apparent. Okay, we back up here. Is she gonna have the pumpkin model on? I don't know. I don't know. She's gonna do whatever she wants to do. It's new, so probably. I've been using this model for a week because this is new. I just debuted it, you know, a couple streams ago. But I feel like for the sake of the collab, I'll probably put the main model on. I might put my Inquisitor outfit on because I feel like it would suit, like it would match what she's got going on pretty well. Fit the vibe. Oof. Okay. I'm trying to be a little careful here. Trying to go a little slower. Oh, okay. Saw the Epic Moon video. I have a new video on my YouTube highlights channel today. Which, by the way, I don't mean like we're destroying it. We're killing that channel. Just in that I want to post everything on like my main channel. So whatever you see there, that kind of stuff, I'm just going to put on the main channel after this. So we're going to finish posting a couple things there. And then kill! I might rename it to just like GEEGA 2 and then use it for something else. But a lot of the stuff that goes on the highlights channel, I'm like, I don't really feel like it's different enough that I can't just put it on the main channel. And that's where like more of my subscribers are. So I don't really, you know, like why? Why? No! No! Okay, we're not that far. At least the drop isn't the worst. It ain't bad. God, he's so sweaty. But yeah, since it's like still like the same editing style when it's like a highlight, I'm just like, we can just put it on the main channel. And then what I want to do, because the algorithm kills you when you don't post often. It like the algorithm schmurders your channels. So I have less frequent posts on that channel, but they actually get really good views, like on my main channel. But I want to just post more. I'm not really worried about each video getting as many views as I am just posting more often. I'd rather just have more content on one channel. Because there are people that are subscribed to my main channel but don't subscribe to my other channels, and they don't see content from me because they don't even know about the other channels, because that's how YouTube is. So I'm like, I must feed these people, you know? I must feed them. It's an algorithm thing why everybody's clipped in long video channel. Yeah, so YouTube rewards you for a few things. One of the things that rewards you is like average watch time. It's like a percentage. So if you have a 5-minute video and people watch 4 minutes of your video, then you've got a pretty high watch time. Like average watch time per viewer if everyone's watching like 4 minutes of your 5-minute video, right? That's great. The thing is, it gets a little fucky. It's a little fucky. So if you have videos that are like 1 minute and then you have a lot of videos that are 40 minutes next to each other on the same channel, it messes up that stat because they kind of like bundle them together, and the way they add them together isn't exactly perfect. It isn't exactly right in my opinion. So if you have like high views on a short video and then okay views on a like longer video on the same channel, they're like, oh, your average watch time ain't that good because you posted this many minutes of content in the month, and then you had this many watched minutes of the video on average per the month, because they do their totals in a way that I don't think is good data-wise, but that's how they do it. So that's why, yeah, everyone has like these separate clips channels, so they don't like nerf their main channel by having good clips. Yeah, exactly. Good shorter videos that like pop off drag down your long videos. It's a really bad way of like doing it, but I think personally my conspiracy is that they do it on purpose because they want you to have more focused channels. Because the average user on YouTube is like, they watch a video of someone they've never seen before and the video is funny, and they're like, I want more of that exact thing I just watched. So YouTube channels that don't change their format much, you post like the same shit, similar titles, similar thumbnails, whatever, those do really well, like really well. So I think YouTube like tries to force that. That's my guess. I think that's the big like why on why they do that, right? Which I wish it wasn't like that. I would love to dump everything on one channel and just be posting all the time on that one. Personally. But, you know, life ain't fucking fair, dog. Or whatever. It just isn't like that. But yeah, I had the highlights channel and the main channel. I felt like I don't record like special videos for the main channel often enough to be like, this needs to be separate. They're similar length and everything, so whatever. You know, I just want to put it all in one. But we'll still have the clips channel. And then the highlights channel, if I ever use it, it would be for videos where like it's not even edited. I just open OBS and hit record and like talk about something. Like an unedited moist critical video where he's just sitting in his chair. like imagine if he talked but he didn't edit it, you know what I mean? It was just him sitting there talking in a chair. Like if I post anything on the highlights channel after this, it'll probably be that. Yeah, Geekler's situation is crazy. Maybe it'll be like true old YouTube vlogging, where people would sit in their chair and just tell you about like ongoing stuff. Oh, I do it like that. I think this pizza box falls. Yeah, I don't trust it. I'm not gonna step on the end of the pizza box. Oh, I get nervous every time like his head starts tweaking. I feel like I'm gonna get pushed off. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, it's night time. I love Fortnite. It's night time. I call it GEEGA Talks. But like all of my videos are me talking. I just talk. I also have a series on my main channel called GEEGA Chat, so it's like, you know, a little conflicting with that one. People would get it confused. No! Land it, please. No! Oh, my hat! Ah. And then he just gets up. Then he just gets up. Unbroken. Nate the Unbroken. Okay, I saw my hat fling, though. I saw fling over here. I just don't know how far. My hat. Yes! Again. If I've done it once, I could do it again. I could do it again. We care about the hat. That's what matters. God, this area is so fucky. Anyway, yeah, so I'm killing the highlights channel. Gonna name it something else. Or killing the current version of it. Gonna just post all that shit on main. And then Clip's channel will say the same. VOD's channel will say the same. That's all good. That's all going well. No need to change that. And then I'll do a break of some sort sometime soon. But it'll just be a Twitch break. I'll still be working. I have voice work that I have to do. And I have a lot of work on my home that I have to do. And then I have a lot of YouTube stuff and content planning. I have some future projects I just need to set a bunch of time down for. So I think I want to just like do a short break and then do it all at once. And get a lot of it out of the way. Instead of trying to like piece it out in between everything else. Because then it's hard to... It's hard to lock in. I'm good at working like for long periods. Shit. I'm good at sitting down and doing 12 hours of work in a row. I'm not good at doing like 1 hour here and then stopping and then 1 hour there and stopping. Now, sometimes you just can't do that depending on the nature of the work. But when something does have like a lot of time to be put toward it, I prefer to just sit down and like binge the work. Because when I get on a roll, I just go. So. Sorry for the... Yeah, you're gonna you're gonna like the voiceover thing. It's not a tiny project. It's not like a thing for a friend, you know what I mean? But there's also stuff that I have to do that's for my own projects as well that I have to voice. So that's gonna be... It's gonna be interesting. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Thought I fucked up there for a sec. The burb. The bird is soft locked. It's stuck under what? How do I trip there? It's soft locked under this plank, a bunch of planks near the landslide with the house on it. And it's just stuck underneath and it has no way to get out. So I know where it is, but I don't think I can get the bird out. Wish they had a thing where, like, when you're a certain length away from where an item starts... Oh, fuck. You could just, press a reset button to reset it to its location. Maybe in general, a reset button, because you always have to go somewhere interesting to get a hat. Or to get the burb. Ooh. Okay, okay. We're looking good. We're looking good. Okay, now for this fuck-ass section. Woo! Alright, we up here. Look at that.
It's...
Okay, I'm speed running this shit, dog. I'm speeding this shit. Speed running my shit right now. Oh! What did we even slip on? Clear that fucker out. Get that banana peel out of here, dude.
Fuck!
Okay. Alright, buddy. Yes. Woo!
Where's the quad?
Yes. What the fuck is this song? Oh, it's Thundercat. Yeah. I was like, I recognize the voice. It's Thundercat. Okay. Up here, we do our little spiral. Kinda can't stand the lyrics of the song, but they don't over-enunciate, so it's totally easy to ignore.
Okay. Oh!
Oh! What? Okay.
Ow.
Okay.
No!
Okay. Alright, never mind. Never mind. We're back. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. I was gonna say, if I lose that hat, I'm gonna be pissed. But no, we got that shit. Okay, but before I go up, I do have to feed my cats real quick. I gotta feed them real quick. So they stop complaining, because they're sitting there going, like he's grumbling. He's sitting on the rug behind me, all splayed out, just going, and occasionally like rolling over like in anger, so. Lucky, speak to the people. Lucky, speak. Give him a nice loud one. Point the mic down at him. Lucky, speak. Oh. I hope it got that one. That was a good one. Okay. Meow. I'll be right back. I'm gonna feed him, alright? Okay. Cats fed, and I got some damn chips. And when I'm done eating the chips, I go make real food. Alright. That's how we're gonna do this shit. Also, notice my stream hasn't dropped once. I read it over here because I was like, oh my god, the thing is starting. It's gonna drop a bunch of times because of Twitch. It hasn't done it. But the settings between both profiles are exactly the same. The difference is just one is on my main channel and one is on this channel. So I don't know what that is. It could be, maybe it's a timing thing too. I'll have to leave, like on Tuesday when I usually stream on the alt channel, I'll have to leave it on through that time and see if the alt does it. At that time, you know? I don't know, it's weird. Oh! Yeah, it's odd. It's odd. There's good information, like seeing that this channel doesn't do it. Twitch Inspector showing anything on their end? Mm-mm. I don't think so. Let me see. Let me make sure, actually. I don't know if I'm logged in on this one. My alt. Okay, yeah. Alt looks normal. Let me check it on the other one. Again. Now that some time has passed. Let me see. Yeah, unstable events. It's showing today. There were 2 of them. On the 2nd, it also shows 2 of them. I'll send it to you, but I'll show you. Where are you? There you are. I'll show you my stats. I don't mind. And then the chart. Sorry, I have weird dark mode on. There you go, bye. In case you're curious. Yeah, the chart. Yeah, I got you. I got you. So you can see all of it. There's just like a hard spike on the chart. You can see. Big red drop. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh.
Is it like a location or time thing? Because Tob had the same problem? Yeah. Then again, if I'm on auto, it doesn't mean that they're automatically sending my data to, like, the East Coast server, right? The bitrate didn't drop? Yeah. That's what I was saying before, like, it showed no signs of being weird for me. So IDK, ooh. 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 IDK, man. Never had an issue until the last stream and then this one. Last time, same thing happened where I switched to alt, and then had no other drops. Yeah, I will bite, I will. Was it going to if it was one time, but since it's been 2 streams in a row, I will. I also posted in the partner Discord. I said something about it on Twitter, and then Nilo, who does all the Discord community management shit, was like, "Hey, there's a thread here. Go here." And I was like, "Ooh." I gotta say, while I'll always disagree with certain decisions of the platform and like certain, especially like upper level staff on some like decisions that they make, a lot of the regular staff I really like. They go out of their way to really, really help. Ow.
Oh, shit.
So, you know, I don't like making too many blanket statements about like some stuff related to the platform, because sometimes I'm like, I know this staff member from this department and I know what this person's trying to do here. It's not their fault that they can't do it, you know? Or because of talking to them, I've got some insight on problems from their end that they maybe don't say publicly, and I'm like, ooh. Makes me understand some stuff a little more. Doesn't mean I like it, but I'm more sympathetic. Alright, Prage. Prage for this one. Oof. That section right there is so cooked. They just want you to run up a little downhill in a corner while you can just fall and eat shit. It's messed up. That and the areas where you have to go sideways are so fucky, so fucky. Oof. Okay, we wait for a sec. Do you backend has had a lot of churn lately for enhanced broadcasting? Yeah, I don't think I even have enhanced broadcasting like any settings related to it set up. I don't think I changed a damn thing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I do. I'm just sending out that 1080, 60 FPS, 8K bitrate, you know? I'm just... I'm not out here streaming at 2K or anything like that. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm thinking about. It's just the changes in general. Definitely affecting things, because it's... a lot of issues people have been having are coinciding with, you know, changes kind of like related but unrelated. So it has to be crossing the beams a little bit. Oh! Oh, thank you for falling forward. Oh my god. Is there a reason you couldn't use those stairs? Because if we go up the stairs, then when we get to the top, we have to call Jim Lord Jim. And we're not calling him Lord Jim, okay? Fuck that guy. Fuck Jim. Yeah, absolutely unacceptable. You know, mama didn't raise no quitter. Woo. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, this part gets a little cooked, a little cooked. Okay, okay. Not the worst, but then this shit. This shit is the worst. Ooh. Okay. We gotta get a little closer. Mm-hmm. I like that this section makes you use the change foot height thing, because I feel like it's easy to go throughout this game and not really do it. Up until this point. So now they kind of force you to do this. Woof. Oh my god. I'm doing video stuff again soon. Oh, yeah. I'm just excited for my new compooper. I do have, So previously, I was working on a sponsorship with a PC company. And they were going to send me a new rig, and I was like, I like building my own shit, and they were like, yeah, but we're gonna send you something crazy, and I was like, all right. I'll wait. So I didn't upgrade too quickly. And then the sponsorship fell through. They were like still kind of willing to work with me, but they were like, yeah, we're not really gonna do like much creator stuff anymore, because many creators are like hard to work with. And I was like, okay, how are you gonna build a presence at all? And they were like, are great products. And I was like, okay. Okay, that's not enough. You need marketing, but okay. Also, like, VTubers had already kind of built them a lot of their audience, so I was like, okay, well, if you kind of exit, like, that was your base of people, you know? Like, all right. And I was like, I only want to work with a company that wants to, like, do cool shit, not just, like, give me a PC and then I say bye, you know? Like, I want to do stuff. I always do stuff with my sponsors. So I was kind of giving up on doing a PC sponsor in general, because that one wasn't a thing. And I was like, I'll just build one. So I was building my list of parts, and then another one came through that was like, we really want to work with you, and blah blah blah. And there's a lot of discussion ongoing, but they're really good. They're really good. And they would also like to build me a crazy rig, specifically that is like made for VTubing as much as it can be. And I was like, great, because I really need new shit, and I held off. I let my shit get more outdated because of this other sponsor that was like, you know, the talks were going really well, and now we're here. And they were like, ooh, okay, so hopefully this one does go through, but I'm very confident on it. So that would be nice. Oh wait, I did go the other way, didn't I? Oh, shit. I did. Okay. Yeah, we gotta go this way. You're still using 1070? Yeah, I could not. I'm using a 3080 Ti, which is good enough to do something individually. Like, I can play every game with it, but then when I want to game and stream and do everything with VTubing. Fucking impossible. You know? But it's not even, it's not really the GPU, it's actually the CPU bottleneck for me. It's kind of both, but it's more so the CPU. Because mine was a really good CPU in 2021. It does not have enough cores to handle what I need, but then also it is one that was notorious for like not utilizing all of its cores properly. Like core utilization was not really the best once people had these for a while. So when you see my model lagging, I can't switch VTube Studio to prioritize using GPU because I need it for the games I'm playing. So instead, it's gotta be focusing a little more on utilizing CPU to run VTube Studio and to run all animations and stuff. But then we get bottlenecked there as well. But the bottleneck is less bad on the CPU than it is on the GPU. So, yeah, it's kind of cooked either way.
What?
This shit's cooked right here. Woo. Okay, okay. Damn, we are up here. We are up here. We're to the snowy bit again. Woo. Okay, we pause for a sec. Pause for a sec. Would a dual setup be ideal? One for games, one for actually streaming / VTuber? I fucking hate dual PC. As I look into it more and more, I hate it. I think it's awful UX. It's great for how it runs things, but as a streamer, the UX is really bad. It's very cursed. Doing your stream setup of all the different things you need, it's just hellish. So I'm doing everything I can to just have everything run on one rig. It's just bad, bad. It's Intel 12th, 14th gen. Yeah, no. I have a Ryzen. Second GPU? No. No, I'm not running a second GPU in here. I still have issues with purely the CPU. Even if I had certain things running on the GPUs, there's still issues with the CPU always being a bottleneck. I'm not looking to upgrade parts of my computer. I'm looking to burn it down and get a new thing entirely. Because I am a streamer, and I think it's stupid for me to try and, like, min-max getting, like, little upgrades here and there and be like, oh, I want to save some money on this, so let me just do just this little thing or whatever. Like, this is the entire thing that runs my career, you know? So I'm like, okay, well. I should get something that is the best I can possibly get. Everything is specifically chosen to work with everything else. Nothing is retroactively changed around, configured to work. It's just all, like, from the get-go. Built the way it should be built. So, that's what I'm gonna do. Plus, if I have a PC sponsor coming in and being like, we would love to make this for you. No cost. I see no reason to buy myself anything right now. You know, which I was planning to do, but you know, with this one, I don't think I should do that. I would be wasting my own money. I would much rather pay that toward medical bills or my mortgage. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And Parappa, I don't think that would be a thing. like a streamer rig. PC companies that do like pre-builts and stuff have been not really doing like streamer rigs. This was something I was actually talking to this PC company about. And I was like, they just make good rigs for gaming. And then are like, this would be great for content creation too, because you got so much GPU, it's a high number, you know, and they really like don't do anything special. You know, and I was like, I really want a company that will understand my specific needs and help me get the things that I need, because I could research all of this and do it myself, but it'd be so cool to have a company that just does that, you know. And they were like, well, our focus is actually that we want to make really good rigs for specific uses. So they're talking about the differences between what you would need if you are a video editor and a gamer, for example, right? Because that's very, very different. And they were showing that they do have an existing, like, pre-built rig kind of package that is for... It's, like, creator setup. It's not necessarily streamer setup. It's like, video creators. People doing 3D tech and having to render shit, you know? Oh my god, it's that. It's this. But yeah, so they were talking about what they what they do know about the needs of VTubing. And we're diving really deep into it, and we're talking about like how we could build something that would be really good for that specifically. So and talking to them about it, I just felt good about it. I was like, wow, they actually do know what the fuck I need, because they have actually looked into these programs. Wonder if Threadrippers would be good. It is an option. It is an option.
Shit.
It's not my favorite solution to some of the issues we have as VTubers, but it is a thing. I feel like we're gonna slide down this, so I should go quickly. Yeah, we do slide down that. Holy fuck. That's rough. Okay. At least this is here. Yeah. Oh, hat. I don't care enough right now. I think I'm likely to fall up there, so... I'll see you on the other side, hat. I'll see you on the other side. Hold on, I'm a seated ship. You said, but can it handle dragon woman physics? I like Zen's new outfit. But I'm biased because it's just my outfit, but red. You know what I mean? So, I might be a little biased, but I like it.
Oh, no.
Looks good. Those two, thank you. Before someone gets all fucky, that is not shade. I like the outfit. I can't say anything about anything design-wise without people getting freaky. I think you guys will be fine, but, you know. Remember when that Genshin character, or not Genshin, Honkai character looked the way it did, and, like, Hoyo fans were like, I'm gonna murder you in your sleep. And I was like, what? What? This community should be fine. I don't think you guys will be a problem like that, but you know. Really makes you think. Ow. Holy fuck, his face. Oh no. And you say just like a red version of your OG outfit? Dude. Pull up two pictures next to each other. Even down to the red diamond gem, diamond-shaped gem motif. Underbust metal on the hip area. Tabard shape, mesh fabric in the middle. I love it though, I love it, so I don't mind. I think it looks real nice. We gotta go fast, ready? 1, 2. Holy shit. Do it, Texas, do it! It's time to start drama. Things have been too quiet. I said the same shit when she had, what, her mafia outfit? And I was like, and I put her and me and Amelie next to each other. With Alma's mafia outfit too. I was like, It's just theming. It's not like a big deal, you know? Like, I think some people took that personally. Not like the streamers, but like the public. There were some people that were like, every jacket is original, you know? And they were like freaking out. I was like, dude, it's okay. It's okay. You know, it's okay, man. It's like when in 2020, at the early age of VTubers existing, anytime anyone wanted to be a sea creature, they would get accused of copying every other VTuber that had anything to do with the ocean. It was so tiring. And I'm so glad we are no longer in that era. Because it was so tiring. That shit sucked.
Shit.
Ooh. Now, how in the fuck? Oh, it's not that high. It's not that high. What the fuck is this? Like, what sick person made this toe ledge? Oh! Oh, God. Rip. Rip. Oh, ow. Where'd... Oh, I don't even know if we're gonna find the hat down here, dude. What is that toe ledge? What is that? You think we can find the hat down here? Brother, the hat might be cooked. I don't know. I don't know if that just fell down or if the hat, like, you know, flung out that way. Walk through here to see if the prompt to pick up comes up, but I'm not seeing the hat.
Where's the queen?
There it is. There it is. Good shit. Good shit. It's good shit. They throw a big piece of meat off a hiking path to get that sound? Yeah, who did Foley for this? Huh? Who did Foley? Because they had to make so many mud squelching sounds.
Fuck.
And like slab of meat falling sounds.
Oh crap!
Bennett Foley. Bennett Foley be like, hey, can you throw this steak off a mountain 100 times? I need it for my game. Ooh. Okay. Thank you for all the Keck W's. I was really hoping to farm as many Keck W's as I could. It's always my goal here.
God. Grip, grip, grip.
You know what you guys should do? When we get raided. Okay, you just between us. When we get raided, what you should start doing is I should say something normal and just keep going, Keck W, she's so funny. Keck W is so true. Like, when I say something unfunny, I'm just talking about something normal that you should not laugh at. Just do it when we get raided.
Oh no!
Oh! Uh-oh. I think it'd be a banger bit. Yeah, well, you can't say that. Yep. We can start filtering people too. We can start filtering people. Like, someone comes in and you just say something disgusting. Just dug in my belly button, found some old food. You know, but like actually disgusting. That one, just a little unclean. We can do worse. Oh, that way, yeah. Stop clip farming, bro. LOL. You do that when I do like absolutely nothing. You say that. I feel like we could make it feel so dystopian for raiders. Like we could really make it weird, you know? I see this whole thing as a joint effort, you know? We can make it bad. We can make it bad. Oh, yeah, that's good. Can we even keep the VOD up after that? Keck W, rip VOD, too much, boss. That would be a good one. Yeah. I just shit out my entire ass laughing. Dude, I say something not that funny and you say, Keck W, I just shit out my ass. God, that one's for the raiders, you know? That's good. That's good. I'm out consulting business stuff for the next raid. I think that would go great. Dude, just tell me to shut up. Just say wrap it up. Because I get in that mode where like someone asks a question and I really like to be able to help if I can. So I say whatever I've got to my knowledge, you know? But there's like a whole bunch of other people in the room. Yeah, just boo! And then I'll just go back to talking about video games, okay? Because I like talking about everything. Doesn't really matter to me what we focus on. So you can just be like, boo! Boo! And I'll be like, okay, thank God. And then it'll occur to me to think about how long I've been on one topic, and I'll go, okay. You know?
Oh my.
So I just go. I like black out and I just stream. I do not think. You know? Permission to unlock mic persona chat. Please do. You know, I gotta say something. Actually. I was talking to my editor about this.
Why is this
Someone made a
specific
comment
thing
the other day
happening right now?
on a clip. Because it was a funny clip. Okay? I was being funny in said clip. And this person said, maybe I'm just a clip watcher. I'm paraphrasing a little bit because I don't remember exact wording. Maybe I'm just a clip watcher. But it's weird to see her being funny or being goofy.
Oh my.
And I was like, what? And then I was like, oh yeah. Because so many of the clips on the channel are like specifically not that stuff. It's only like me talking about like normal shit for like most of the clips. And if there are plenty of on there that are like funny things happening in video games, but if the algo is just not feeding you those ones, you genuinely like wouldn't see them because it's not like every clip, you know? So I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. You know, I was like, I don't like that. So I was like, all right. Editors, we're only posting fart jokes for 10 weeks. But yeah, please, your mic persona, your whatever persona. Please unlock it because I am spongy and I like mold to the vibe of the people around me for sure, right? I do it naturally. I don't think about it. So if you guys are like talking about work stuff, I'm gonna be like, yeah, work stuff, and I just talk about it straight up. My brain just does that. If you're like, dude, I'm going insano fucko mode in this game right now, I'm gonna be like, me too, bro, you know? You see with me in collabs, depending on who I'm collabing with, like the energy just shifts, right? Alright, we're grabbing the hat. We're not letting this fly, we're grabbing the hat. I think people that watch a lot know, but you know. Then my editor took offense. He was like, but I try to post funny clips too. It's just the chatting ones do really well. I thought people really wanted to watch them. They do so well. And I was like, yeah, but the ratio's off. The ratio is off. What did he trip on? What was that one? Nate, get yourself together, buddy. Get it together. You have like 8 personas depending on what group or environment you're in? Yeah. You know what it is? I think it was self-fulfilling. I think, we overall were like goofier here. All the time. And then people asked a couple like advice questions or work-related things or school things, and we talked about those things, right? And then those people were like, hey, I really like the way you talk about this. So then more people came in and asked more similar questions. And then we posted some clips of them and they did really well. So now those get viewed, and then people from YouTube are like, I should go to her chat and ask her those questions. And I obliged, you know, I answered. And so yeah, just kind of like, right, positive feedback loop. And look, all I'm saying is we gotta take the unfunny people in chat and we gotta filter them. It's time for the culling. Revelations have been given. They have been set.
No.
The revelations have come to me in a dream, and we must cull. We must cull. We have gone through multiple cullings in the past. The culling is nigh. The culling is nigh. No, please, I like it here. Look. You have to make one disgusting joke per stream now. It's your quota. Everyone, I'm giving you a quota. Disgusting or just dumb. Just absolutely dumb. You gotta pay your tax, okay? How disgusting? Like bad. It's not about disgust level. It's about, you know, the vibe. It's about the vibe. It's about the vibe. Because you know what we need? You know what we need? I realized I got nicer over time when, specifically, when reviewing offerings. If I don't like something, instead of being like, this shit is so ass, ha ha ha. Now I'm like, because I used to do that. Now I'm like, I see the effort. Thank you so much for trying. Here's 1,000 points, my lord, you know? And like, we I didn't even clown on Sandwich Guy hard enough. You know, we must revert. Oh, what did you trip on, Nate? What was it? Was it the invisible rock again?
Okay.
Was it the ghost rock again? It was the ghost rock again. Old Testament style. You just minus points and move on. Kill this guy on stream. I think the other thing is something I've always held back on for the past like 2 years. I think honestly, this is no offense to anybody. It was when I joined VShojo. A lot of the new chatters that came in were really nice and were really soft. We're quite soft. And I mean that. Very soft, very like everyone must be praised. You can't be mean to anybody ever, etc. I think there were plenty that could handle not that, but there were also some that couldn't, and everyone's kind of like, you know, placates those people. And then, you know, yeah, pulled the punches soft, right? Like I feel like I have to pull my punches with them, or they'll like freak out, you know. And I feel like that definitely changed the chat culture a little bit. Like, not too much changed. It was just like an overall, like we got a little softer, you know? But a lot of my humor was always just straight up like being mean for the bit. Or sometimes if someone put something in offerings that I found really cringe, I would just like laugh at it. I would laugh at it. And I think that's okay to do. You don't laugh at it and they go, you stupid idiot, I hate you! You know? You put in there, people know they could get clowned on. It's full disclaimer, right?
Oh no!
But I started being a lot like nicer because there were a few like newer community members where I did my thing and then they were like really upset. And I think I shouldn't have adjusted, but I did. I just kind of like naturally did, right? But I want to remind myself to do it less because it's like, you know, I don't want to like just be like, oh, I'm becoming super mean now, because I don't think I was ever like super mean, you know, like that. But I'll hold back certain jokes when the purpose of it isn't to hurt anyone, it's to tell a joke, because like it might make one chatter upset. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's stupid. I need to not do that. I just find myself naturally doing it. You know. And I'll do it like if we get raided by certain communities, right? I'll like calm down a little, but you know, I've been doing it a lot. I feel for the past, I would say 1 year, for the past year especially. Oof. Dude, we going through this shit quick. Oh, what? Why did you do that, Nate? Why did you do that? Was that not simply a normal step? I don't know what that was. He was about to go through a canceled arc. No. I'm not gonna do anything that would cancel me. When I say go back, I mean like do
What's it?
and say old shit we used to do, or like vibe-wise, you know what I mean? Which if it wasn't a problem before, it's not gonna be a problem now.
Oh,
It's not like something new that no one's ever seen from me or something. We're not like, oh, mask off, or like something crazy, you know? That's not what we're saying. But someone mentioned before, they were like, Buddha's screaming definitely filtered some people. I think that's true. I think when I played GTA, I actually really enjoyed that being with my boys and some of them having like shit attitudes on their characters filtered out some of those people. It was actually really nice. But I feel like we built it up again after that a little bit, right? But I just want people that can like take a joke to be here, and people that can't take a joke to do their best when being here, you know? Like, just do their fucking best. You know? They don't have to leave. They don't have to leave. They just have to know, like, if they're like, I put something in media share and it's cringe, they have to know that I will laugh at them. Right? I'm not gonna be like, thanks for sharing. Not my style of humor, though. I'm gonna laugh at it, you know? That's all. That's all. She said Aiden Ross clap. God, no. Please, no. There are people that I could, like, tolerate, even if I disagree. And then there's some where I'm like, I would hard avoid. And he's one where I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. If I end up like running into somebody on a server, or they're invited to a thing and I'm not the person making the invite list, like, I will not refuse to interact with people entirely. I might just like not stream that thing, or like see if I can maybe I can quietly dip out if it's not an on the spot thing, you know. But I'm not gonna like go too crazy with that. I talked about it when we played Rust too, because I know like Trainwrecks was on the server. And people always freak out when, like, kick streamers are there, and Trade in particular, right? And he was, like, he was crashing out one day in the chat over something. And it was, what was it? Oh, it was the R word, right? The R word. Obviously not a word I will sit here and be saying. However, it's not illegal. No word is illegal, really. Just not socially accepted. And it's not against TOS. Therefore, I don't feel like it's my place to police somebody and be like, you can't say that. You know, like, I don't think that's my place. So I'm not gonna do that. I like, it's one thing if it was against TOS and I was like, yo, I'm streaming on this platform. You can't, right? But it's not. People say it on this platform all the time, and I'm not gonna, like, you know, go crazy over it. And there's a big difference between, in my opinion, people that are using that word in particular in a way that's, like, meant to be derogatory toward a group versus someone saying it to, like, describe a thing as stupid. I do think both are not good. I wouldn't say it. 100%, right? But I'm not going to look at, like, the latter scenario there and be like, this person has to get shot on sight. You know, I'm just going to be like, okay, well, I wouldn't do that. That's all. You know, and I'm not going to be like, I cannot possibly play on a game server this person's on, because they might say it on my stream, and my chatters can't handle it, therefore, you know, like, I'm not going to do that. You just move on. You just move on, right? Yeah, and you pick your battles. But there were some people getting really upset. And I was like, not in this community, in, like, other communities. And they were, like, attacking him on Twitter, and I'm like, you know, it's not hard for me to play word taboo. When people have taken a word that was more commonly used and then been like, hey, I actually found this really offensive, blah, 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 whatever. It's not hard for me to be like, okay, I can just not say that. Right? So I don't see it as a big deal at all. But I do think it's an annoying hill to die on. Right? If it was as simple as someone said, hey, never talk about the color red in front of me, and they wouldn't tell me why, I'd be like, all right. I don't care why. I was just like, all right. Whatever, I'll just try not to. It's that simple to me, right? But if someone else did when that person asked them not to, I wouldn't be like, all right, let's go attack them on Twitter. let's go lambast them, you know?
Whoop.
I don't know. Or like if you really don't like it, you just quietly disconnect. You know, you don't like attack someone.
No.
Again, especially if it's not against TOS, it's not like disallowed for some reason. Then you just walk away, right? That's all you gotta do. I don't know. Some people had really big reactions, and I was like, hey, I thought we knew this about this person, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm more desensitized because I am, you know, not super young and from an era when people would say it all the time and it wasn't seen that way. So it's maybe less shocking to hear. I don't know. Still not a word I really used even back then. Like, if I try to think back, I don't really think I did. But I was definitely just used to hearing it in media, right? Because it was in, like, movies all the time. Bad words matter way less to me than active malice. Yeah, that's where my head is at. It's more about, like, their intent more than anything. Yeah, if it's the equivalent of them saying that's stupid, then I'm not going to be like, this person was horrible for saying that. When they use it against somebody in a scenario where it's clearly really malicious, it almost doesn't matter what word they use. The fact that they were, like, being malicious towards someone is bad enough already, right? Fuck. That section is just the worst one.
God.
Sometimes it's fun to choose a small hill to die on. I also really cannot stand, like, that part. So there are streamers out there where, like, to me, again, the word is not the biggest deal. It's the malice that is the problem, right? Like, that is more so the issue. But there are people who see that others don't like that word, and then they're like, now I'm gonna make an effort to put it into my vernacular and make it part of my brand and use it as a flag to wave in front of other people so that they can, like, be like, oh, I can be this way here, right? And those people end up with some of the worst communities. Because it's not like it's just a safe haven for a singular word. It's usually, like, a lot of other attitude shit, too. And it's the malice that, like, you know, becomes, like, so cool. And it just really reads like 14-year-olds and stupid people like this, to me, personally.
Done.
There's some people where it's just in their vernacular, but it's not, they're not, like, trying to overdo it. And they'll still attract some of those because, you know, they just do. But if they're not trying to actively cultivate it, then it's whatever. But there are plenty of them that just kind of do it on purpose. And I'm like, dog, do you actually want these people? Like, I don't know. I don't know. If people just want to, like, type the word and not get sniped, whatever, but that's usually not the only thing that's coming along with it, you know? I don't know, I think that's really what it is. When people have problems with the word, it's not usually just the word, it's the other stuff, but they don't know how to word that complaint, so
Oh no.
they're just like, don't say this word in front of me. I don't know. I also think, like, when Train himself is just talking about random shit, he's really funny. Like, I genuinely, when he's not talking about other topics, when he's just talking about random shit or just playing a game, I think he's funny as fuck. Okay? Really entertaining guy. Really, really, truly, like, entertaining to watch. And then, you know, he goes on a tirade about one thing, and I'm like, okay. I don't always love that. It depends. Sometimes he talks about something, and I think the way he's wording it is maybe quite blunt for people, but I do think he's right sometimes on some things too, and I'm just like, oh, you're presenting it a little extra bluntly, but, you know, he makes good points as well sometimes, so I can't just, like, be a big old hater. But then occasionally he does something that's so beyond cooked, and I'm like, alright. you were doing so well, and then you fucked it. But no, outside of, like, topic stuff, I think he's funny as fuck. I think everyone has creators like that, though, where, like, you definitely don't agree with everything they say, but you like the way they present certain things, or you like their takes on some topics, you know? And he's definitely one of those for me. But it really depends on what. Yeah, I can't win them all. Oh my god. Why? Why must we do this, Nate? We've done that step 100 times. You said you stopped using that word when you had a boss pull you aside and tell you about his some Down syndrome. Yeah, it's very different when, like, someone's personally affected, right? Versus just being like, don't say that word because I heard it was bad. Just cause. I think that's what made a lot of people stop, right? Is, like, especially with the increases in, like, diagnosis of autism, things like that. Now there are a lot more people that have been labeled with that word as a group, and they're just kind of like, now they feel like that refers to them when maybe they didn't before, right? And now it's more personal to them. So I think there's just a bigger chunk of people that feel personally affected by that. So it's definitely changed things over time. I think the hard part, though, is the word is used in science in a lot of ways, though. Because, I mean, that's what it comes from. It's a medical term. And it's used to mean slowing. It's used for temperature things as well. And that, I feel like people should not be so sensitive that they treat the word like it cannot ever be said. There are still plenty of use cases. Cars, yes. Yes. Music, yeah, it's used in a lot of situations to just mean a slowing, and that is the root word. So I think it's the one thing I don't like is when a word, like, people treat it like it's so much taboo that they get rid of all other situations it is typically used in, or they, like, gasp and clutch their pearls when you use it in, like, a totally normal way, right? Yeah, mechanical engineer, right? So many industries. Things to put out fires. You know. Yeah, context does matter. I just find, you know, this is more so a young person, a kid thing. They're either unaware of how many uses the word has, or they don't know the root meaning of the word. They think the context is always about people, because they're just not educated yet, because they're young. Oh, shit. And so they cannot handle the word in general, because they just don't understand it. And I'm like, we need to make sure that we don't have to replace a normal useful word. That gets annoying. Right, that gets real annoying. Yeah, when you said it really simply, it's called manners. Yeah, that's how I see a lot of this stuff. Like, that's what I meant earlier when I was like, it's not hard for me to play word taboo, right? If someone was like, do not call me a duck, I'd be like, why not? And they're like, people always told me I sound like a duck and it pisses me off. I'd be like, okay. Like, does it actually bother you that much? Yes. Okay. Then I won't. It doesn't matter what the thing is. It's just about being like, you know, nice to people. That's really it. So if someone finds something like really offensive just personally to them and I'm aware of it, I'll just try not to do it. That's all. I hate this section right there.
Oh.
Man.
Whoa.
Okay, we can do this section like so fucking fast now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mate, you slipped. He lands on everything except his feet. There have been little occasions where we've landed on our feet, and it always feels wrong and weird. Oh, it's so long. A while back, someone you followed was wanting people to say binch instead of bitch because they meant similar things, but binch wasn't gendered. When you asked why it mattered, they said when they were similar terms, she mentioned it's not about the meaning, it's about if you're willing to be empathetic with me on this thing that's important to me. Yeah. Pretty much. I will say, yeah, the word bitch, you should not say to women. It's not a slur. It's not anything like insane. But it is used in so many contexts to be so awful to women, and it is used in scenarios that are abusive very often. You should never use it in like a derogatory way toward women. It's just so disrespectful because there's so many instances it's usually not in media so much as it is in people's personal lives where it's used horrifically. And again, really abusive scenarios really often. And unfortunately, a huge number of women have experienced that. So yeah, just not good. Now, I say the word bitch all the time, but I don't say that person's a bitch. I don't ever really do that. I will do it if it's like toward a man and it's like a character and I say he a little bitch. You know what I mean? It's like that. That kind of context is the worst that I'll use it, and that's not even that bad. That's clearly like an imagery thing. It's a context thing. And then even then, I say that bitch to replace that thing a lot. I'll be like, yeah, we open this bitch. That's what I usually say, right? It's like a much more positive use, not a negative use, right? But I won't just straight up like call a woman a bitch. It doesn't feel right to me. It actually feels incredibly wrong to me.
Fuck.
Oh my god. Well, that rock there is literally the one we must have fallen on the most on this this course, right? Such an indicator of being shitty. That's so true too. Like, you know, sometimes you feel bad. You're like, am I being judgmental? But sometimes there are things that are like key indicators, right? Where like, you know, 9 times out of 10, one specific behavior has led to that person being awful, right? And for me, anytime I've heard a dude disrespect a woman and like call her a bitch, it's been 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, you know? Different if they're friends and the friend, that's just the vibe they have, whatever. But if they would just say it to a woman that's bothering them in public, even when that woman's disrespecting them, I'm like, you know? Doesn't always 100% mean that, like, they're gonna be an awful person, but it's been wrong not that many times compared to how many times it has been right that, that it is. So yeah, it's a big red flag. I don't know, they're just certain behaviors. Or like when a dude is like constantly like being snarky with women all the time, I'm like, that guy really wants a girlfriend. But he doesn't know how to talk to women without like negging. It's almost always that. Almost always that. Ooh, his ankle just snapped.
What? Not like
Yeah, he's lashing out. He's lashing out. There's someone, I won't say who it is, but there's someone where they have their GTA characters are always like that. I'm like, I can't tell if this is just in character or if this person just is kind of like this. But I'm like, this dude negs like every female character. And not like in a bad, like, makes people uncomfortable way. It's just like his types of interactions. And I'm like, this guy wants to be like humiliated. Like he just, there's no way he doesn't. Like he's gonna end up with a woman that like slaps him around a little bit, 100%. That's just the dynamic. I can tell. This dude wants to fight. He wants to fight and he wants to eventually lose, but he wants to have a fight, you know? Guys have emotions too. Many different types of emotions, yeah. That's one of them. Well deserved. Hey, people like what they like. Nothing wrong with that. But he'll never admit it too. He'll never admit it. You're peeing. Dudes will neg women and then like the moment they get a girlfriend they're like, I'm her little baby, I'm her little baby. They just don't say it in public. I'm a little schnookums. You know, they got like that Pookie energy every time. Every time. There's nothing wrong with it, they just hate when it's pointed out. They hate it so much and I'm like, no, you should own it. Own that shit. You like what you like. It's okay. It's okay. But I've noticed that that's like the trend, the pattern, you know? How long have you been on this? 10 years. 10 years minimum. This is definitely like the hardest part of the map so far. Hardest part of the game. Because it's just one long stretch. This part right here kills me a lot, though. Oh, yeah, Sorella. I've heard that one a lot. I've heard that one a lot. Said, I don't neg women, but I could totally go for being baby girl with a special lady. Mm-hmm. Woof. We got him. No, people like what they like. And that's fine. It's about like... Everyone wants to be with someone where when they are with them, they are in their most comfortable state. So that means being respected the way you want to be respected, being treated the way you want to be treated, feeling the way you want to feel, like finding someone that makes you feel the way you want to feel, like all of this stuff, right? And that's important. So whatever that is to you, fucking like say it. It's fine. You know? It's fine. Like, personally, I hate being negged. I hate that shit. Someone acts like that with me, I will never, ever, ever, like, there's no chance. Zero. You know, it's just, no. I hate that behavior. I like watching it from other people. I like watching them do that to someone else. It's funny. It's entertaining. But toward me, I'm like, all right, now you're just being disrespectful because you can't just be honest with me, right? I prefer very blunt, that kind of shit. But that's just preference, right? Some girls are like, oh, tee-hee, we're playing around, we're bantering, hee-hee. You know? Ooh, he's so bad, you know? There's some people just like that shit, you know? That's fine. Okay, it's getting sticky. We're gonna do the spiral here. A little spiral.
Wait. Oh. Oh.
Oof. Woo, okay, take a break right there real quick. Some people like the game and chase. Oh yeah, for sure. Is nega British terms becoming popular here? I've seen Byte use it. No. It's just it's been around for a while. That's just how it is. So I've given up on myself. I just want to be with somebody, enjoy spending time with, and things are generally chill. That shit is impossible, so I've given up on it. I'll just live and die alone. The thing is, like, it will always feel impossible until suddenly it's not. Like, that's just... I think a lot of people are in that mindset. Where they're like, I can't find anybody, everyone sucks, nothing has worked out. Well, yeah, nothing's worked out because nothing does work out until the one that does. You know? So you just have, like, a choice of try so that there's a chance something works out, or don't try. That's it. You know, and if you have that attitude about it and you're not open to it, then it'll definitely never happen. It could be staring you in the face one day, and being that mindset could stop you from having an opportunity properly present itself in a way where you, like, even notice it. You know?
Mighty God.
Or maybe someone would have liked you, but because you're, like, overly cynical about stuff like that and you put yourself down a lot, now they won't consider you. Oh my god! How? And you don't want to sabotage yourself.
No.
Oh. That's a lot of gravel. What the fuck is this? Oh.
Crap.
Shiakazi! Okay. I'm the ground master. Jesus. Oh my god. I gotta rest my head for a sec. Ow. Not ow, but you know. You know. Blazing said, I'm holding out for a femboy falling through the ceiling. Yup. Yup. When you said my ex-girlfriend was incredibly blunt, let me tell you, it was refreshing. I hate the subtle word / mind games. Yeah. Are you trying to say that waiting until a perfect sitcom meet cute that requires no effort on your part is a bad dating strategy? Yeah. I mean, usually, okay, so here's the trends I've noticed amongst, like, my friends that have gotten married or, like, with a long-term partner, all these things. Here's what I've noticed. For most of my friends, they met through random happenstance or because they just had a shared hobby and they just were in the same place at the same time, right? I work in real estate. This guy also worked in real estate, and we were just working real estate at the same time and ran into each other, right? It tends to be a lot of stuff like that, if it's not dating apps. Or something as simple as, like, I wanted to meet somebody, so I went to, you know, a dating app or a speed dating event or, like, a singles night at a thing and met people who are there with that intent. Therefore, we were able to be more blunt with each other. And there was no cat and mouse game. I just met someone that I thought was all right, and we were like, want to try this? Okay. And a lot of those worked out. Plenty didn't. But a lot of the people, their long-term partner ended up being from stuff like that, right? For a lot of my friends, at least. But the most important thing to note, almost all of them ended up with someone that was not at all what they thought they wanted. Like, if you knew them and they'd ever expressed what they wanted beforehand, it's almost never what they described. That's the thing I've noticed. Like, they'll be like, I want someone who could just be blunt with me, and then they actually have someone who's, like, not blunt with them, plays a lot of mind games, whatever, but so do they, and it actually just fucking works. Or maybe they're the blunt one, and they draw that out of the other person, and they balance them, so it works out fine, right? Woo. But I've found so many times whenever a friend has been like, I want this, I want that, they've ended up with not that. And it's worked out. Which I just think is really funny. Dude is like, I want someone nice and quiet and calm, and then they end up with, like, boisterous woman, you know, like, vice versa. Like a real strong woman, and then they end up with, like, a fragile little flower, you know? I've seen these cases so many times. Shit's funny. And the TLDR is like, don't look for anything specific. Just talk to people and give, like, everybody a shot. Doesn't have to be like a long shot, you know, but like something. Let everyone be serious. It doesn't mean give them a shot and you have to go on a date with everybody, but like, let everybody have an ounce of consideration for just a second. You know? Doesn't mean to approach everybody, doesn't mean, you know, to pursue everybody. But don't, like, lock people out of the possibility so fast. Don't be quick to do that. Because, again, so many of my friends, their long-term partner that has worked out for them has been, like, not at all who they would have chosen in, like, an initial lineup. You know? Said, if I want my partner to be a woman, I will be single forever. You have to explain what you mean by that. Is this a joke? I see a singular message, so I have no clue. God, this part is fucked. Oh. Jesus. Jesus. Agreed, detective. Agreed. You said you've got a friend that likes their women like they like their cannons, loud, large, and full of fire. You've had a handful of relationships over the years, and the best you've ever had was a chill relationship where we did stuff together. Who knows? Yeah, different things are going to work better for different people. Some people do know a little more what they want because they've been through it so many times, and they've tried a lot of different types of people out, right? And they've kind of, like, settled on, well, here's what I definitely don't want. Which I think is the better way to think about it. Don't think about, ooh, what you want. Other than, like, 2 bullet points. Think about it like, what do you value? Find someone who values the same things that you value. And then be like, here are, like, 2 things I just definitely don't want. And it could be, like, I need to feel respected. I don't like someone who, when they banter, like, throws in a lot of disrespectful jokes. I'm soft. I can't handle that. Shit. Fuck. Oh! Man. It could be, I need someone who will banter, because otherwise I feel like if they can't joke with me, I feel like they don't trust me. Right, there's so much nuance to all this stuff, but just think of like 4 bullet points. 2 things that you care about and 2 things you don't want. And try not to think about it further than that. In all honesty, because you'll lock out so many potential people. Oof. Oh. What? Okay, sometimes I just don't understand. Sometimes I don't understand. That ball would have made you uninstall. Oh, we've had so many. It's fine. I signed up for this. Oh yeah, you said your view on relationships currently is you're a workaholic, so the person needs to understand that or actually be one. Yeah. Don't I know it? I think that's really tough. A lot of people want to like demand a lot of time. And that's often a big deal breaker for a lot of people. But you know what? Sometimes you're on the grind set and you're like, hey, sorry. Can't start anything, unless you want to never see me, you know, like. But the thing is, you gotta be, gotta be self-aware. Ow, oh. You have to be so real with them about it, up front. Don't, like, not tell people that you're a workaholic. Like, tell them off rip. You know? Don't let that be a surprise. Okay. Hat is here. Gotta do this so I don't fall when I grab it. Okay. Eat. Oof. What? Uh-huh. Okay.
Why this?
Making friends is hard enough? Yeah. Oh, this is so specific. You said, I need a girl who can drink alcohol, even if only a little. My family and friends have a huge drinking culture. If the host gives you a drink, you drink it. I guess, but I think it would be a huge shame if you were with somebody and everything was perfect except that. And if it didn't even bother you, it was just more about your family, then I would say you shouldn't care about it. They should be able to adapt to her. Because not handing someone a drink is not hard. Not making someone drink is not hard. Not a big deal. I know it's like huge in some cultures and things, or it might just be your family in particular. That is your your own culture, you know? Just in your, like, nuclear family, but, you don't need that. It'd be nice.
Oh no!
But families should be able to adjust to, like, anything, so long as you're willing to adjust to it. Because what you want and what you can adjust to is more important. No matter what. Fuck.
Why?
I do think a lot of people do drink even, like, just a little, just like one, so... Probably not the worst thing to find somebody with that as the criteria, though, you know? Shouldn't be too hard. I'm a big hater. I actually refuse to drink. Just for myself. And I used to occasionally, like, just have one or whatever, but I just don't like it. I hate it, actually. So I just won't. And me personally, anytime someone pressures, you're like, I don't drink. And they're like, come on. I go, fuck no. Like, immediately, I don't go like, oh, no, haha. I don't even get mean about it. I'm just like, fuck no. If they push beyond that, I am no longer going to be respectful to them in every way. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, it's not hard. It's not hard. Right? I could be like, oh, I'm allergic to shellfish. And they'd be like, okay, no shellfish. But I could be like, I don't want to drink it. They're like, yeah, people do get really weird about it. Like, I'll usually say something a bit nicer if I can, and I'll just, not if they're pushing, I'll just be like, hey, more for you. And they're like, haha, so true. You know, but yeah, if they push and they can't, like, understand that, huge red flag. It's not about the alcohol, it's just about the person, pushing. Anybody, ever, when they said no to something, that's like, you know, not good. Not good at all. Don't really care about the alcohol thing that much. It's more the, the pushing behavior that's, like, really weird, you know? Big red flag. But yeah, I refuse every drink, every drug, everything. I just won't do it. It's a mixture of none of it makes me feel good or happy or anything. Zero. I do not have a good time with anything. With any drink, any substance, nothing. So that's just number one. But number two, watched too many people completely lose their lives, literally, figuratively, you know. I'm good, right? I'm so good. And I would like to influence more people to do a lot less of all that shit. Because I feel like many of my younger friends, not even the ones that are old enough to like really have this catching up to them yet, plenty of them are doing things that I'm like, this is going to catch up to you, you know? I don't know, it just depends. I'm even a big weed hater, mostly just because I don't like the way it smells. I just don't like the way it smells. It smells like unbrushed teeth to me. It used to smell different, and over the years, as the product has changed, it's just smelled different over time. It smells really bad now. It used to be called grass because it actually just smelled like grass, you know, not just because it was green. It straight up just smelled like burning plants, right? Now it smells like straight up fucking skunk ass, and I'm like, why? I can't stand this. That's number one. But number two, also, I've noticed like straight up cognitive decline in so many people that are like, not even like ultra frequent, just frequent enough users. And I'm like, hey, I know we love to point to these bad studies that say, oh, there's nothing, and be like, oh, it's all fake. But look, people are affected differently. If I've noticed a lot of people around me, you know, long-term fucking themselves up, then maybe it's not good. Doesn't mean that like a little here and there is gonna like necessarily permanently do that, and maybe it does depending on studies, I don't know, but like, you know, it's more so just like sometimes the frequency is like getting people. I think vapes are a really big problem with it too, because like it's really easy to keep hitting the pen, you know, and not realize like how much intake there is. So it's easy to overdo it. And I think a lot of people are like really overdoing it.
Mighty God.
You know, and I'm not going to hate on somebody for doing anything. Like, it's more so about like when they're doing so much, and I'm like, hey man, this is affecting you. And then they're like, I'm the same as I was, and then I'm standing there, their friend who's known them for forever, and been like, you're not. You're not. You know? They're like, trust me, bro, and they like can't remember a bunch of words all the time. They can't concentrate on anything. I'm like, okay. Alright. Keep telling yourself that. You know? So in moderation, like, I don't mind, you know, it's whatever. I'm not gonna, like, tell somebody you gotta stop when it's just like, ooh, it's just little bits. Oh, there we go. There we go. Fuck. But it's the amount, it's the frequency, you know, that like
Ow.
gets real crazy sometimes. Vape may be better than cigs, but they ain't healthy. Yeah, they're not good. Better doesn't mean good. Better just means less bad. Nucky, get off my desk. I see you. Stop it. They're less bad, but what the problem is, like I said, it's like really easy to keep hitting the pen on a vape. So people are just ingesting or taking in a lot more of these substances than they used to because they keep hitting the pen just constantly all day. And they're going through like so many cartridges and everything, and they're like, they're not even aware really of how much they're doing sometimes. They're just smoking a metric fuck ton in the end. Vaping. Like, if you're able to self-regulate, then you're fine. You're able to self-regulate, you know? I think vapes are like, they're like YouTube shorts. They're like TikToks, right? Where like when you watch long-form videos, it's easy to be like, I'm gonna watch 2 videos and then go eat dinner. And then go to sleep or whatever, right? But then you get on that TikTok feed and you're doom scrolling for an hour. I feel like that's what vapes are. You know? like it's just a little thing every now and then and it feels like nothing. And it's not a thing that's actively burning, so there's no sense of urgency to like, you know what I mean? Like, pace this in any particular way. It's just always available to you. Just for like one more hit or whatever. So you end up doing that shit for way longer than you would before. But that's how I feel it is, right? So it's not necessarily that the thing itself is a problem and everyone has to stop vaping forever or stop smoking weed forever or whatever. It's more so, I think vapes as a product are leading themselves to people being worse at regulating themselves. Compared to before when they would just smoke normally. So I like that it's like slightly more healthy than the act of smoking. You're still putting particulates in your lungs, but regardless, it is better. But I don't like that it's leading people to just, you know, inhale a metric fuck ton of vape juice. It's not good. Oof, okay, there we go. But you know, because I'm the type who says like, oh, I don't want to drink it, I don't want to do any substances, people will assume that I just don't get it, right? I'll be like, hey, you're doing a lot of that shit, you know, like more than before, and you should calm down, because I think it's affecting you. And they'll be like, you weren't really much of a smoker or anything, so you don't understand. And I'd be like, okay, you're right, I can't read articles, I'm incapable. You have to vape 10 times to be able to read an article about vaping. You're so right, you know? like there are no prerequisites here, dog. I don't know. But no one likes to be told, hey, this thing that you like doing, you've been doing for a while is actually really bad. No one likes that, so. You know, I get it. You know. Thought I'd give you popcorn along. Yeah, it was like a specific flavoring that was doing that. But the thing is, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can get these issues just from having lots of particulates in you in general, right? You got fucking, like, coal miners getting the black lung and all these things. Anything where you're exposed to lots of vapors and particles is bad for your lungs, right? Some worse than others. It's just always bad. So for me, I'm just like, well, I don't want any of that. I'm good. I don't want to breathe in car exhaust. I don't want, you know, none of it. Nucky, you cannot be sitting like practically on my mouse. I see you. He does this when he wants something from me. I just fed you. I just fed you. Come here. It's in my lap. Want to hear me pat his butt? Oh, he loves it. He loves it. See if I can get the mic on. I'm purring. Purr into the mic. Purr into the mic. Nice. That's good. That's that good, Nucky. It's that good. Yeah. He wanted attention. I have to stop and look down and pet him occasionally, or he'll get back up and go on my mouse pad, right, Nucky? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Suckling. Ow. You're just gripping my leg. I have to cut your nails. Look, I gotta cut your nails soon. He hates having his nails cut. I gotta, like... Oh! No! Oh, my hat fall? Oh, it did. I gotta, like, grab him, put him on my lap, face him forward, hold his little cat arm in my left arm, and then cut it with my right. It's a whole process, and I gotta, like, use my legs to entrap him, to jail him. It's the only way. It's the only way. Oh, your state cracked down on flavored tobaccos. Yeah, I'm foreseeing. I feel like vapes are gonna get the next tobacco treatment over time. You know, I feel like millennials kind of really killed off smoking. They don't even drink as much as other generations. Yep. But then smoking, like, came back with Gen Z in full force. Man, everyone was doing so good. Everyone was doing so good. Yeah. I think smoking as an aesthetic is cool as fuck, though. Not like weed, but like cigarette smoking. Wild West cigarette in the mouth, so fucking cool. Therefore, I will have my models be smoking. And I don't care. I don't care. All of my main models have like a long cigarette holder with a little burning end, you know? I don't give a fuck. Oh! I mean, like, this song is so good for this game. The timing. Always two friends. Oh, my runs of this are getting worse and worse because I get more and more cooked as stream goes on. We're what, about 6.5 hours if we count the other stream, right? Oh my. I always lose steam at fucking hour 3, hour 4. And after that we are vibe gaming. Oh. I wanted to finish Baby Steps today. It's in the title, or it was in the title. But also it's more important to me to, like, go up this stupid challenge run than it is to just finish the game. Because for me, this game is about the challenge and then getting the cutscenes for the challenges, right? Like, I genuinely want it, so I'm totally fine just doing this 1,000 times. Oh, shit. Oof. I love how that song ends. Ah! Me when I'm on my 50th run of this. Cutscenes are peak. Yeah, the reward is too good. It's too good. Me when I want to be friends very badly. Dude, it's so hard to make friends as an adult. That's why I love to go hard in making friends in streaming. Because, like, I had a friend group as a working adult. I had one-off friends here and there. But it was so hard to meet people that liked a lot of the same things I liked because they were, like, on the internet. And I, when working, did not have the time to be, like, making all these new friends. I was just, like, playing with the same two groups, really. That's just hard. It's just fucking hard. Woof. What the hell? What are you tripping on? What's that? Oh.
No.
Hard to find the energy to invest people to get that far. Yeah, yeah. At least like with streaming, you get to do stuff together on stream. And that's like the initial energy investment to let you figure out like if you even want to be friends with this person. Like doing content with them is enough time spent and an activity done together, you know? It's enough interaction to figure out if you want to get there. So I find it's way easier to make friends as like a streamer than in just like normal daily life, honestly. Or like I've always gotten along with people really well. So I would meet so many people through like work or whatever that I would get along with. And they'd be like, "Oh, we should go do something. We should do this." And I'd be like, "That's cool." But then like I don't fuck with them that hard. I don't dislike them, but I'm like I don't actually want to be this person's friend. I'm just nice. But they'd be like really enjoying me and I'd be like, "Oh, okay.
Oh crap.
Okay, how do I back away without them being like, she hates me, what I fucked up, you know?"
Cold. Up.
Especially like a lot of women that just liked like normal stuff, IRL. I just felt like we didn't have a lot of stuff in common a lot of the time. So it'd be like, you know, how do I tell this woman who wants to go out to the movies with the girls that I just want to play Mega Bonk for 8 hours? Like I just, you know, it'd be a crazy night.
Shit.
Just got my 4th tome slot, going nuts, going nuts today. I could talk to them about whatever, but I don't know. I also don't watch shows, TV shows. Oh my god, when people would be like, "Yo, did you see the last episode of fucking, I don't know, Game of Thrones?" I'm like, I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV. I don't know. Whew. I don't know. That shit was hard.
Mighty God.
That was like what all the dudes would talk about all the time. Is like whatever TV show was like the new hotness, and I just like didn't watch TV. So I'd always be like, like you really gotta watch it. I'd be like, well, no. I don't think I will. I would just be like, maybe, I don't know. oh, I don't know if I have the time, right? That kind of stuff. Yeah, but it's so good. Like Game of Thrones was a good one because that one I didn't really have the desire to watch the show because I read the books and I really liked the books and I was like, I just don't want to do any more of that, you know? Like, been there. Love the people that can't fathom not watching TV. It's such a staple. I've always had that problem because I've never really been a huge TV person. There were certain channels or shows I did watch a lot of, but I wasn't really like a person who watched a wide variety of like all these different channels, right? Comedy Central, always. MTV, always. Some of the old shitty shows. Was it VH1 that did the shitty dating shows with celebrities? Loved those. I don't know, there's certain things I watched a lot of, but like, I don't know, all the stuff on like regular channels. I didn't even watch a lot of The Simpsons. That's one I also like. People make Simpsons references and I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Shot at Love. Oh, I hated that one. I loved Flavor of Love. Oh my god. So bad. I love that one so much. And now I have Netflix, so y'all watch shows on there. But I like watching like comedy and variety shows. I'm a big like just comedy consumer. I'm not really interested in like a lot of other types of storytelling and everything through TV shows usually. I just like reading more, right? But like all the big shows are these like insane dramas. Sometimes I like it, but I don't know. I'm like, I'll miss Mad TV, you know, or whatever. Did you pay per channel? Yeah, but then they'll never sell you on their $120 package if you could, so. Oof, okay. That's the cooked section. My god. Okay, platform checkpoint, huge. Not literally a checkpoint, but you know what I mean. Really love to watch Discovery Channel. Yeah, I like Discovery and History Channel. I find that they've shifted a bit, though. Sci-fi, too, actually. Sci-fi was really fun. I like when they show, shitty B-list horror movies. Sometimes they're not shitty. Sometimes it's stuff like The Blob or like Cujo, you know? Actually, Cujo's pretty shitty. But I loved shit like that. Oof. History took the alien pills. Oh my god, I know, I know. Oh yeah, Mystery Science Theater. I actually think they should bring that show back, but it's with VTubers. Not saying currently popular VTubers, but like give comedians VTube models to use instead of having to independently animate everything. Could be the cheapest show to produce, dude. They were VTubers? No, but they were edited in post.
Yep.
They would record the people and then they would like later animate the characters to move with them a bit more. It wasn't fully like automated. What I'm saying, if you have a VTuber model, then it's just one recording session and you don't really have to do that editing, right? I've seen some people do some stuff kind of similar with VTubers, but I mean like an official TV show. Like they should just revive it and go boom. Give the comedians or VAs or whoever they're casting for it, you know, just a model. That's how they should do it. Oof. Okay, we gotta. Okay. Oof, alright. PNG tuber drop hard. Yeah, and you can have a couple buttons you press to like lift up arms or whatever, right? It'd be like nothing. You watched the show Baggage with Jerry Springer? Yes, I have. When it came to TV for me, cartoons, comedy, and then like shitty content like that. Not like regular Jerry Springer as much, though it could be funny. It was too formulaic. It was too like it's the same shit every time. But fucking yeah, Baggage, dude. The problem is I felt like a lot of the casting for it, a lot of things I felt were scripted and done purposefully. So it felt kind of fake. But the early episodes were less scripted. I feel that way with game shows too. Sometimes the questions, like all the clips of Steve Harvey, they say something sexual and he's like, what? And then he's like acting stun locked for a full minute. I'm like, okay, we've done this so many times. Can we stop putting these questions that like lead to a clearly sexual answer here? Like, we're setting it up, you know? He's literally like no waying. He's like, what? Surprised Steve Harvey gift number 5,000. She said, what? I think that's the thing I like about streamers especially is like people do 100% script some things, but on average it's way less scripted, if at all. And that shit is refreshing. Right? Like, it's a little bit of a curse that it feels so real for some people, but it's also a really good thing for the content itself. Oh my god. Hold on, if I go back a little. Oh. Oh, how? Oh, I thought I was about to clip through the rock for a second. I keep getting so worried that I'm gonna fall through a rock and then get soft locked. That shit scares me. I don't know where my hat went. Definitely saw it like hit the ground. Oof. I don't know. Yeah, there's no health. There's no health. Thank fucking God. I don't feel like it fell this way. I think it fell over kind of where I was and then bounced to the right. Ooh. Boom. That's right. That's right. Zach, give Parks, I fucking wish. I wish. It's the calmest playthrough of a rage game I've ever seen. I don't get mad. I don't rage.
Oh, crap.
And I could perhaps do it more for the clip. I'm sure I'd get a banger video out of this if every time I fell I went, what? And did, you know, the whole thing. No way! But I'm just fucking vibing, dude. You know, don't have that in me today. I'm just chilling. Oof, okay, there we go. Guys, I have a question. If we have, if we do
No.
a talent show, and I have 3 people, myself and 2 others, sitting there and watching all the stuff with me and commentating on it and voting for their favorites, who do you want? Any content creators, anybody. Even non-streamer friends. What do you want? Germa. I don't know Germa. If I could get DJ Khaled, I would, but I don't think I can get DJ Khaled. The cum man. Oh man, a lot of people saying Mike, Richie, Heavenly, Joel. Ooh. Tony. Danny DeVito. That one, the thing is, like, me getting Danny DeVito for something is absolutely possible. I know for a fact I can do that. I'm not gonna do it for like a talent show. You know? It wouldn't be like a long thing. It could be something short, but I could tap him for something small. Because I know someone that works with him and is like 100%, you know, able to go through his agent and blah, blah, blah. And they know each other, blah, blah, blah. Mason would be fun. I was thinking about Mason. Charlie would go kind of hard. Oh, true. I haven't done anything with Charlie. Mason would go really hard, yeah. Second girl DM Joel Dread. Dread could be good. Me and him have been conspiring. We've been really conspiring. We're gonna have some fun stuff coming up. Daniel RT game. I don't know who that is. Go for broke Simon Cowell. What if I get an actor friend or like a role player to pretend that they're Simon Cowell? I give them a Simon Cowell PNG. Limes is too nice for a talent show thing. I'll get her for something else. Wubby.
Oh, shit.
I think he does his own of those, right? You know what? I probably could. I don't know if we're at that level yet, dude. I don't know if we're at that level.
Whoop. Whoop.
You should be Simon Cowell. Burn. Oh. Charlie and Dread with you? Seeing how Charlie would react to you and Dread. Dude, that would be like two people with really monotone voices on either side of me would be so funny if it's Charlie and Dread. They have the same thing going on, you know what I mean? That's funny. That's funny. Dread is a good pick though, cause he gets it, okay? He gets me, is what I'll say. He gets me. He showed me something in game that was just like a simple item, and it wasn't a big deal. He said it to me, and he was like, "Look at this," and I was like, "Oh my god!" And he just said, "I know, I know," and it was just, it was nothing. It wasn't even that funny, but he just understood. He understood. He gets it. I know.
Oh shit!
There's oh fuck.
Ah!
There's I've mentioned this before. Did the hat stay there or did it come down? I mentioned before that there's a content creator that I absolutely will not out. I will not tell you who it is. But I've been watching their content. They're a tiny creator. They get like no views per video. But they're beyond cooked. They are so beyond cooked, but they're also like really trying hard. I think they're a person who's not fully well, which is why I would never be like, oh, it's this person and send people there. I don't think they would handle having an audience. So, you know, we're not going to do that. But I really love their content. I will never interact. I think it would be a bad idea. But I love watching their shit. Because it's really funny. Their whole existence, like the way they go about everything, is like so many levels of funny. But again, not a good idea to interact with. But I shared it with just Dread. Just Dread, you know? And I was just like, hey, I really want you to watch this video. He started watching that. He went through their Twitter. He was sending me tweets. He's like, oh my god. Oh my god. And I was like, I know. I really wish I could show you guys because they're such a, like, a creature. They're like the same level of, like, weird creature as, like, Airsoft Fatty. You know Airsoft Fatty? It's something like that. You know? But I can't, like, expose this person to an audience and just... Because I just don't think they're well, okay? They are not okay. But that shit is so entertaining, so entertaining. Yeah, la criatura. Oh my god. I keep falling. Only like the little ones here. Just an absolute creature. And it's great entertainment. And I, you know, I hope my view gives them 3 cents or whatever YouTube pays them. Because I'm enjoying my time. It just feels like irresponsible to share their actual socials. so I won't do it. You know? How are they cooked? They're very into content creation, and they have decided that certain things about content creation, like how some big creators got big, are like some crazy conspiracies. And they don't really make a lot of content about this or anything, but they've had some deranged tweets, like deranged essay tweets about this stuff. It's like this person, like, they're so cooked, but it's really funny. Oh yeah, no, when I say it's irresponsible for me to share this person, I'm telling you that they're unwell. All right. But top-notch entertainment. And I feel like genuinely there's a lot of like cool shit they do with their content. That is, the execution of it is really not good. But like the amount of effort they put in and the thought process is really good. You know? So I'm like genuinely entertained by some of these things. I've been genuinely inspired by some of the shit they've been doing. But they're also crazy. You know? And you cannot take the crazy out of this person. The blood god decide what streamers are popular. Yeah, it's so true. No, they've said some crazy shit. They also have some interesting views on women. Classic. As many unwell people do. No, legit crazy. Very legit crazy. So again, yeah, not gonna shine a light on their on the actual person. You know? But so entertaining. And I was like, I can't fuck. I was like, I can't share this person publicly. It'd be a really bad idea. So who do I share them with so I can get this out of myself, you know? And I was like, Dread would love this shit. I sent it to him. It worked. It worked. It was great. You lose the hat? I think it might still be up top somewhere. It looked like when it fell, it didn't bounce, maybe. So I'm gonna have to go up and see. Ah! I VTuber flesh tuber. I'm not going to sit here and narrow things down. Like, the whole point of you asking those questions is to narrow it down in some way, shape, or form. And we're not doing that.
Oh shit.
We're not doing that. I'll just say they're not okay. But it's so funny. Speaking of Airsoft Fatty, did you see at Nathan's, when they do the hot dog eating contest every year, they also have a lemonade chug? And Badlands Chugs, also known as Badlands Booker for his official, like, name as a competitive eater, he was there chugging lemonade, and Airsoft Fatty was there. Airsoft Fatty was there. Right next to him, drinking lemonade. I was like, oh my god. There he is. Oh, fuck.
God.
Whew. Okay. Ooh. Go watch every conspiracy random. You got to them eventually. No. The creator I'm talking about, he doesn't actually make like lots of conspiracy content. He makes super serious content. Okay. He's so serious about everything he's doing, and he's not making content about conspiracies, and that's the thing. It's just like also a trait of his, you know? No, not political content. The shit I was just talking about. He thinks the streamers that make it, there's like a huge set of conspiracies around all this stuff. Same thing with women. Big conspiracies around women and why they feel and act the way they do. It's just... But this is all just side stuff. This is not what his content is about. This is just random deranged tweets. You know? Occasional quips in the middle of his content. Occasional quips. It's like... You'll be watching a thing that he puts so much effort into and looks kind of cool, but like execution's a little poor, but like the vibe and the thought is like really good. And then in the middle of it, he just throws. He just throws and he says something just deranged. And I'm like, oh my god. If I could show him to you, he would be the ultimate like drinking challenge, right? So take a drink every time. He just does something like fucking insane. Every time your jaw drops, just you know, like oh. It's so entertaining though, man. I think some of the best content creators are people that should not be content creators. See it in TV a lot, in movies and stuff. They put people up there, comedians as well. They give people a platform, and some of these people like are not well enough to have this platform. But the stuff they create is so good. And that usually ends in awful disaster, right? And it usually ends real poor. But God, is it so good. You know?
Way.
From your viewer perspective, it's so good. Oof. That part is always like butt clenching. Unhinged content is novel for better or for worse. Yeah, I think if you do stumble upon somebody who's like that shit is cooked, but it's making you laugh and you're enjoying it and you want to share it, whatever, try to maybe just not share it. You know? Talk about it. Have fun watching it, but don't always expose that person to more audience because it might be like genuinely so bad for them.
Fuck.
Oh. Oh, nice. Nice. Landed it. Okay. What's the top of the spiral staircase? Fuck if I know. Fuck if I know. You follow a stream like that. There are several. Well, not several. There are a lot. Actually, there was one day. Well, I've done it a few times, but one day in particular, I did a lot of deep dives into. I would go on Twitch and I would scroll through like the bottom streamers in a category. I'd scroll like all the way down and just see what they were up to, see what they were doing, and see if I could find anyone good. And a huge number of them were people that like are not okay. Like they're not okay. They're not all right. They probably shouldn't be streaming. There's also just a lot of like normal streams that are just kind of like just bad, you know? Bad mic audio, right? Xbox mic, and then like their mom's in the other room cooking really loudly and you hear all the pans banging and stuff. A lot of that, but man, some of them are people that just like ranting to literally 0 people about something crazy, something insane. And let me tell you, it takes a long time to scroll to the bottom of just chatting. It takes a really long time. But man, do you find some crazy shit. Oof, okay, there we go.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. I'm trying to stay so locked in right now. This one I feel like I can do from here, but every time I've gone this way, just to be safe. Okay. Do with retro? Yeah. I find retro is a really good category. A lot of the really small streamers there are just people enjoying a nostalgic thing, right? And they just want to talk about it. Or they're like practicing speedruns of something and it's a spot to just vibe. If they're practicing speedruns, a lot of the time they won't really talk. So if you talk in their chat, they're just like, uh-huh. and then that's it, or they don't notice for 10 minutes. But there's a lot of nice people in that category. But I streamed in retro a lot for a long time, or I'd raid a lot of people in the category. I always had a pretty good time with it. That one always freaks me out. I always get it though, but that one freaks me out. Okay. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay, okay, good, good, good. To keep the stairs in the view the whole time as a reminder. Oh, 100%. They're like, why don't you just take the stairs, dude? It'd be so easy if you just took Jim's stairs.
God.
Woof. Just want to get darker because the sunlight and the way this bloom is working is kind of cooking my eyeballs. Kinda cooking my eyes. Or when it starts to look hazy, I don't like it.
Yep. Go.
Oof.
And up we go.
Okay, 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 we're getting there. See the snowfall starting again? Okay, and then this is where it starts getting dark.
Oh.
Nice. Nice. In-game day-night cycle? No, it does it by the height you're at. And then it does a slow transition. So if I'm up here and it turns dark, it turns to like nighttime. When I fall, it will be like, oh, she's in this zone again. So we're gonna, you know, turn it back to day. Or it's more like evening lighting over there. So they do it by just physical height. Or elevation, I should say. The elevation you're at dictates it, it seems.
Oh no.
Okay, we're pretty cleanly up here so far, so that's good. So if we fall, we fall, but we've gotten another good, get up to the snowy part run. Okay.
Whoop. Whoop.
Okay. Whew. These games have a genre name, Quap-like. Yeah, I mean, like, I think you could call this a rage game, but, like, outside of this section, a lot of these chunks of things I've been trying to get through aren't that long. This is the longest stretch without, like, a safety net I feel we've had. Which makes sense. I mean, look at that. And it does make me feel like we're close to the end, right? We're trying to get to the summit of the mountain. I'm gonna go really slow. I just watch the shadow of the foot, because the lighting is from directly overhead, so wherever the shadow is where the foot's gonna land. Not like exactly, but very close. So I prefer looking like this sometimes than going top down, because when you're top down, I find his head covers his foot a lot. Okay. Oh my god. Wait. Look at how sparkly, glistening the mud is down there. Damn. We didn't fight the hat on the way up, though, so I think it actually did fall, and it's just, like, in a spot I could not see, or maybe bounced further, but... Nice. Okay. Oof.
Oh no!
Okay. This part looks a little weird. I remember it being a little weird. Okay, okay. Nice. Oh, this was the part that was weird. This is the part where we kept slipping. We have to go up this a little quick to get there. Oh. Okay, and then this we also slipped down. So we gotta step fast to get to that, yeah. Yep. Yep. Looks like a little town. Oh, down there, yeah. I like the little street lamps, looking at them from here.
God!
Oh.
Oh no!
I almost did it, I almost did it. Oh. Your pumpkin spice latte yet? Dude. Pumpkin spice doesn't even taste that much like pumpkin. I feel like it's just cinnamon. It's just spices, okay? It's not that much pumpkin.
Wait.
Which is also delicious. Yeah, nutmeg. Just tastes like Christmas. Some places will like blend more pumpkin into whatever's supposed to be pumpkin spice flavor, and I think that's nice, but I don't know. Brother, I cannot see. Okay. How the fuck are you supposed to do this when you can't see? Oh my god. I felt like I could see last time. I think just where I was placed, the camera's fucked.
Oh shit!
Oh no. Ugh. Most festive I've gotten is I drank pumpkin ale. To each their own, that's fine. I gotta up my seasonal decoration game. I've got like I have one bucket for candy that looks like a pumpkin for when children come by, okay? And they're like, twick a tweet, and I'm like, okay, take all your fucking shit. And then I've got like this one little faux pumpkin. Ta-da! That's all I got, man. That's all I got. I don't have any other seasonal decoration. Oh no, I have some kitchen towels that look Halloween themed because my mom was like, got you these cute kitchen towels. So I've got like one with bats on it, I guess. I don't know. I don't really like for fall decorations. I don't really have anything.
God.
But I look at other people like going all out, and I'm like, damn, I'm like, I'm fucking up. I'm fucking up. They're really out here doing it. You haven't had a trick-or-treat in like 5 years, really? Well, I live in a really dense area, typically, so, or I like historically always have too, so I've always had
Whoop.
plenty.
Whoop.
So for me, you know, I've always seen it.
Up.
But in cities, a lot of the time we do like within our building, right? Like there will be either people will sit outside their like units, apartments, condos, whatever you've got. Sometimes townhomes, we have like these, like one shared hallway, so it's technically condos, but it mostly looks like townhomes, that sort of thing. And you've got a few like public spaces, so sometimes people will sit in those public spaces and give out candy there. Or a lot of people go outside their building and the kids from the building will just come out. If you don't have like a shared common area. Oh, you said they stopped when your generation grew up where you are? I think parents are afraid. Also, I don't know about you, but a lot of people stopped putting out candy because they would put out like a bucket and be like, here you go, kids, you know? Everybody take one, and then, you know, those fucking vultures, those rats, reach their hands in and take like 100, and you're like, no, just one, but they're not your kid or a family member, so you can't really like reprimand them too hard, and a lot of them go around with like out parents, just like maybe one older kid. So when they take too many, you're like, hey, you can't do that, and sometimes I've legitimately had a kid be like, what are you gonna do? So I snatched it back. I took it straight out of his hands. I was like, then you don't fucking get any. I didn't say fucking. I didn't say that to that child, but I said, then you don't get any. I pointed to the other kid. I was like, she took one. Kid was like, whatever. Oh, and like ran away. Whatever. I think he didn't say whatever. I think he said, okay, weird. And I was like, that's not gonna work on me. I struggle Twitch, you know? Like, that's not gonna work on me. Impossible. Weird.
Oh shit.
How did I do it before? I could like see-ish, right? This part is cooked. I don't know. You're doing top down? Yeah, but doing it this time, I was like not getting, the camera was not doing it. I do think the other way is a dead end. I can look after this one. Like, there's a little ways you can go, but beyond that, it looked like it just ended. I can explore just in case. Sometimes there are 2 ways to go, like other spots in the map have that. Yeah, this all looks... You can go down. You can go up here, and then that's all too high. It's literally like the last bit. So we have multiple times made it to like the final frontier here. It's just this. This part is beyond cooked. This right here is just so bad. Oh. The hat, I know, but when I was down there, I couldn't find it. I like scoured and didn't see it, so it is what it is.
Oh. Go. And up we go.
Okay. I'll lose it. I was like, the houses which gave out soda cans too? Oh, that's a good idea for like trick-or-treaters. The problem is, I was talking about this the other day. Have you seen the price of soda? I don't know what's like in your areas. Here it's crazy expensive. Like the price went up like 5 times, unironically. It is between 50 cents to, well, it's not really like that typically. It's like almost $1 per can. Especially the mini cans. If you try to like do the little ones for like, you're like, oh, trick-or-treaters, those are really expensive. $10.50 average for a 12-pack of Coke. Yep. Isn't that crazy? It is dirt cheap to make. It is dirt cheap to make. The New York added soda tax. This is without that. This was without. Tax is not yet applied. It's just the item cost. I'm trying to do it not top down. Sugarcane is an import. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think many things cost more because they need to cost more. I think their margins were already great, lucky down. And their sales volumes were already great. I think these companies have been making money hand over fist for a long time. But they saw that certain things were getting more expensive, and there was a lot of media reporting of groceries getting more expensive. And I think a lot of companies decided to just make shit more expensive in line with everyone else. Oh, look, free profit because everything's expensive, so we can hide amongst, you know, the masses of things that are legit. There's so much in this world that is made more expensive just cause it doesn't actually need to be. If you're a company and you're making money, right, you're making profit, you're paying for all of your overhead, all of your workers, everything. and you're making some profit, you're doing great. You know, you don't need to make a fuck ton of profit. You could expand with that, but you know. But when you're already a big company, like, do you need this profit? No, you don't. You don't. But that's not the mindset they're in. It's always just like, how can I make more? That's what the market's willing to pay is the quote that gets me. Always, always. That's, yeah. So I was saying earlier, someone was asking about consultants and like fair pay when you're working as a consultant earlier. And they were like, I'm not sure how to price this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, unfortunately, the case is typically that there is no standard of how to price most consultants for most things. People just set a price because people agree to it, and then they just keep pushing it up. And as long as people are agreeing to higher prices, they leave it up. It doesn't mean that it's worth that. So it's kind of vibe-based, right? And I think we get the same thing everywhere. I think we're getting that in food. 8 for 12 in your area? Yeah, it's crazy that it's that expensive. Crazy. Now, I will say a lot of, like, our plastic is imported. A lot of our, packaging for a lot of products is imported in the US, so I wonder how much that affects some margins there. Fuck. There has to be a better way to do this step. There has to be something I'm missing here.
Yep.
But even so, I don't think their margins have been fucked so badly on everything that all the things need to cost what they cost right now. Meat is stupid expensive. I know, I know. Thankfully, I have, like, a couple places, especially when you have smaller butcher shops. A lot of the butcher shops, their prices haven't changed too much, so I've been able to get meat at, like, pretty good prices.
Shit.
But, if the butchers are like, oh, it hasn't really gone up for me to acquire that much, but the supermarkets are charging more, then that leads me to believe it's just the markets and the manufacturing end. The production end is not actually costing that much more. You know? She had a good butcher. A advantage of being in density. You can actually get shit like that, you know? West Coast doesn't have small butchers like that. Yeah, I think small business thrives on the East Coast a lot more than it does Midwest and West Coast especially. Often when I tried to put my finger on why I didn't like living in those other areas, the number one thing for me was that there were no small businesses. There were some, but like in comparison. Yeah, specialty shops and like your local butcher, a lot of small independent tailors, like all these things. I just felt like there were so few of them in comparison. It's definitely more culture of small businesses on the East Coast. Try to see if maybe doing a little slide first and then something works. An elote guy, yeah. I do have an elotero and he's so good. He's so good and we lock eyes and he gets that shit ready for me. He knows what I'm ordering.
God.
Ooh, we got our foot on, but we still fell. That's your guys' the Sama team's favorite quote.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. How do I do this? What did I do? I don't know. Your extended family buys a whole cow every 6 months. I know people that do that. And they buy an entire cow and then they split all the different cuts between family members. And that's their way of saving, which works pretty well. I also am lucky that, like, you know, even though I don't hunt a lot myself anymore, I know a lot of hunters, and they always have too much. They always have too much. They're looking to offload a little. So I'll be like, yo, do you want are you looking for venison? I have a freezer full, you know, and I'll be like, yes, yes. Because, you know, shit ain't sweet out here. This stuff is like, you get robbed just being out there trying to buy some beef. Just buying some damn beef, you know? Can have a steer every year from my family farm. Oh, it's so nice. Yeah, I got a cousin that married a rancher, and I was like always wanting to. You know, it's been a couple years, and I've been thinking about like asking them, like, "Yo, do you do this?" But they're far. They're so far. They're in like the prairie, you know. So, don't know that that's worth it. Ooh, oh fuck. Okay, well that mount was pretty good. I can't just ship it to you. I feel like it's possible, but the cost might be a little crazy compared to going somewhere closer. I don't know. No matter what, it'll be far because leaving the city to go out to find a ranch, like, you know, beef isn't really a big produced thing up here compared to other states.
Oh, crap.
Mmm. Ooh, okay, the camera works this time. Thank God. Oh, this was the cooked toe ledge. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, cooked toe ledge. Okay. I remember the cooked toe ledge. Getting onto the toe ledge, not bad. Getting off of the toe ledge, your body is like beyond twisted. Really high chance of like falling there, like forever falling. Like straight to the bottom falling. Whoops. Because this part drops away. So, we'll see. This is what you expect when you get to the end, right?
God. Oh no!
We're close. Has the game ever been as evil as now? This is definitely the worst part of it. But it looks like it's potentially the literal last bit, so... I mean, maybe not. There might be more up top, but... It's a huge deal, because it's the Manbreaker, you know?
Oh shit! Oh no!
Oh. Oh. Hey, please. It'd be funny, baby mode where they just like set up nets. So when you fall, it just catches you and poofs you back. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh!
Oof. My God, this bit is so rough.
Whoop.
I do land my leg on there pretty often, but whether he's able to stand or not is a totally different question. hope the game just doesn't even have a gym cutscene and he like doesn't even acknowledge if you if you took this or went up the steps.
Ooh.
Okay.
Whoop.
No. Almost. I needed to take one step closer in general, though. Wolfie, oh, I can't. I can't with you. You are too messy for this. You're too messy for this, Wolfie. You can't get up here. He has no grace, and he will jump up on the desk and slip and fall all over my keyboard. He's a hot mess all the time. Wolfie, you gotta stay right there, okay? You're so cute, you're so handsome, but you have to stay right there. Good boy. He's LARPing Nate. He's Nate. He's Nate. No, that's like straight up. Like, Wolfie is so cute. But my God.
Watch it burn.
He's so messy. When he eats, he flings food everywhere, and I feed the two of them next to each other. So he eats and he flings food onto Nucky's head.
Ah!
And then, like, I see them cleaning themselves, and Nucky just has chunks of food right in the middle of his head, and then Wolfie eats it off of his head. He realizes it's there, and he eats it off of him. And I'm like, well, that wouldn't be there if you didn't, like, actually fling food at him. But, you know. What can you do? What? What are you tripping on? It's the ghost rock. Oh, Nucky found the paper bag. There's nothing in there. I hate this boy. It's Onesie because he's basically a loser who stays in the basement all day. Yeah, that's how he's presented. But this game is so much more than that. Oh my God. You can't even do the pre-step, so like... This part is just... awful. Awful. Beyond awful. Ugh. Ugh. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. I can try to get as close as possible there and do a big one. Yeah. Oh, it worked that time. You see his toe was on it? Jesus Christ. My God. Okay, we gotta put his toes in here. Oh my God. Please, camera, don't do this. Ugh. Yep. I don't, okay. Like, real complaint, this section of the game is fine being hard, but when the camera doesn't even let you see where you are, that part is just like, it's disappointing. It's disappointing in general, you know? I think we just do a big step every time and just hope that the toe catches. Instead of my old strat. You think the toe hold is a lie? The other one is too far and your upper body will hit the wall before you get to it. So if you don't ease yourself into the wall, you'll get knocked away, I feel. Yes. Like I can't even see here. It's just foot cam, dude. It's just foot cam. Okay, so it has, yeah, no, the toe hold is not a lie because you can't pick up your leg high enough. That's how high your leg goes. The toe hold is not a lie. You have to do that. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, there's another one. Immediately there's another one. Oh god. This is so far. This is so far. What the fuck? Let's move closer. It is a long way down. Yeah! Nary a scream. Oh, man. I hope that you fall in the flowers every time. Let me see if I can find my hat. I could feel it. I was like, yeah, it's about to be cooked. We've never attempted that spot. That one is just, it's just a really long one with a rock wall in your face. I don't know how you're supposed to approach that nicely other than just wing it and hope it works. Right?
Oh, shit.
I mean, I don't think there's a strategy there. You just go for it because you can't like not hard lean forward, right? So you can't do a slow step and push all the way, you know, before you start falling. Because there's a point where you can go like this and then you can stop. That's only that far. But that thing was like that far, right? You have to get to the point where you would fall if you don't go quickly. So you can experiment with foot height. Oh, yes. Wait, the silver lining. Lucky, move. Silver lining. Hat did not disappear. But the thing with this, if I move my foot down, you fall much sooner. So, yeah. This staircase is so good. Okay, I'm gonna do one more attempt here, and the moment I fall, I gotta go, because I'm beyond cooked, and I have to eat food. Okay, not this one. Well, I'll let myself enough. We'll do another. But I gotta eat food. My blood sugar is shit right now. It's shit. It's shit. Oh, don't you pick at my rug. I see you, Wolfie.
Fuck.
Okay. Did you hit your head? Oh, we gotta get the hat. I won't count this. We gotta get the hat. The hat fell, but we didn't. No way. fuck? My head. Okay, okay. That we'll call that the last one. We'll call that the last one. Ooh. Solid tumble. Alright, I'll stop it right there. I need to go eat food because my blood sugar is dying. We could tackle this next time. We're almost there. We're almost there. This is the run. Don't you do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, where's my browser? There we go. Who's live? Don't tell me. Don't give me suggestions. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Hmm. Ah. Don't you do it, Wolfie. But let's just do, Henya, since she is playing Little Nightmares, and on Thursday we're gonna play Little Nightmares together. The new one, 3, comes out, and it is a duo game. Now, I didn't play 2 on stream, I played the first game on stream. It was really good, it was really good. I liked it a lot, so I really wanted to play the 3rd one, and then, yeah, it comes out, like, you know, in a couple days. So, Nucky, don't be a brat. Okay. Yeah, everyone, get on the bus. Get on the bus. We're going to Henya's house, okay? Field whip. Okay, Nucky, just go. Just walk across. Do it. There we go. Field whip. No, it's not break time yet. It's not yet. So we... At some point soon, I'm gonna start a break. It doesn't mean a break from everything, just streaming on Twitch, but not fully. I might still... Like, if I got a sponsor, I'm gonna do sponsor. If I got a collab, I'll do a collab. But outside of that, I gotta focus on other shit. We're doing so much other work. So, I gotta do that. But, sometime this week. I don't know. I think I'll still stream tomorrow. So I can properly announce, like, tomorrow and or Wednesday. And then when I do the collab with Henya, you know, maybe I'll just do it on the alt channel. I will do Block Wars. I will stream Block Wars. That you have to. So, yeah, anything I have to stream, I'll stream. But other than that, don't expect anything, okay? So I will let you know what day that starts. Not just yet. So I'll still be here tomorrow and maybe Wednesday. Okay? Alright, I'll see you guys.